And how you doing? Welcome, John Megacycle here, guys, gals, fans, and pals. We are gonna play some Sid Meier's Colonization, 1994. This is where the name Sid Meier really started to pick up. This is a civilization, which is where you're probably familiar with hearing Sid Meier. This is a civilization-like game for those that I would attempt to try to explain how the game works. In Civilization, you start off as, what? A worker, and I think that's it? Worker in a military unit, depending on difficulty and how you have it set up. But the idea of Civilization is you start from, like, the beginning of mankind time. You establish a small city, and you start building up researching, setting up trade, money, literature, weapons, all the stuff. You work on all the stuff starting from the beginning of human time to the end. In Colonization, we don't actually do, like, research. What we do, well, I'll explain when we get that far. But the premise of this one is we're colonizing from some European nation into North America. Or the Americas, I should say. I've already played this game a bunch. The way this works is, oh, start a game in America. That's interesting. We're gonna have to figure out what that is. I always, in the version I used to play, it was start a game in New World, or customize New World. America might actually be a map set. We're just gonna go ahead and customize a New World here. Hello? Oh, I guess I need to hit enter or something. I like to do large landforms. Makes it easier for me to defend my stuff. Based on how you set up the temperature and the climate, this will determine what kind of products are around. Temperate and normal is fine by me. We're going to go with Explorer. These are the difficulty levels. Discoverer, Explorer, Conquistador, Governor, and Viceroy. I want to do this a little easy for our first go-round, you know, that I'm sharing with you, so Explorer will do fine. There's also 4 European powers. England, which has the power of immigration. I believe people will immigrate 1/3 faster. Cooperation. I think you start the game with a veteran pioneer. Conquest. You always get loot when you raid places. And trade is, for the Netherlands, is it's a lot less finicky for prices to fall. So I always go Netherlands. I'm not Michael de Ryder. I'm John Megacycle. You can tell based on the music. Like, I'm just gonna shut up for 2 seconds, then just listen. Like, it's awesome because of how much was done with such old tech. Like, this is the stuff I really appreciate. Like, you can kind of in your head think of, like, oh, there's a violin, there's a drum of some sort, maybe a guitar or whatever. Like, you can kind of pick the instruments out. And it's just very cool to just hear. I don't know how else to explain it. I just like it. So John Megacycle, yep. So this will tell us a little bit about the Netherlands. A lot of stuff is really here, but the thing is to really give you a bit of a backstory. Let's see. The Protestant Dutch provinces gained their independence from Catholic Spain during the Age of Expansion. A maritime country of fishermen and merchants, the Dutch Netherlands operated large merchant and fishing fleets in the North Sea and the Baltic. Upon achieving political independence in their early 17th century, this tiny nation found itself ideally poised to expand its overseas trade into lucrative new markets in the Far East and New World. Unlike their rivals and sometimes enemies, the Spanish, French, and English, the Dutch were ruled by their merchant class. This unique arrangement led them to focus all aspects of state diplomatic, military, and economic policy around their interest of trade. Their strength provided quite successful. The strategy provided quite successful in the Dutch economy, and merchant fleet expanded so rapidly that their other European powers felt compelled to take drastic measures against the Dutch in order to prop up their own less successful enterprises. Mouse doesn't seem to be working, which is great. To represent the strength of the Dutch economy as well as Dutch achievements in shipping, commerce, and baking, the Dutch player receives a bonus when trading with Amsterdam commodity prices. Commodity prices in Amsterdam do not collapse as quickly as in other European ports, and they recover more quickly. Alright, here's the decree from the king. Year of our Lord 1492, an audience with the stadtholder. For the greater glory of the Netherlands, we dub thee Viceroy of the New World. Go and explore this new land, settle it, and bring wealth and glory to yourself and our nation. So this is the loading screen. Yeah, I can't skip it. Let me try, I guess. Yeah. So it's a cute little, I wouldn't say cinematic, but a picture show? Or see a picture show? I don't know. But they're loading up the boat, and we're gonna get going. So we have 4 European nations fighting over the New World. We have the Native Americans. We have... what else? I think that's the only real thing we're really dealing with. What we're trying to do, the objective of this game is to find and declare independence. With our ship and our people, we're gonna move over to the New World. Oh, there's a lot more to that screen, so I'm amazed at whatever. We have our ship, which is a Dutch merchantman. I can't talk at all. We have a veteran sentry, which is our defense, and we have, veteran soldier. Sentry is what they're doing, right. And a pioneer with 100 tools. Tools are used to work the land. So, what we're going to do first is we're going to move to the left and see if we can find some land. So it's prime fish there, prime fish. Cool, discover the new world. Land ho! New Netherlands, sure, sounds good. Right here. Oh, prime timber, that's good stuff. Let's spend one more turn moving. Okay, so, a hill, good. 2 hills. I'm gonna take it. So make landfall with the ships. The natives, okay. Very good. The Arawak tribe welcomes you. We are a glorious nation of 22 villages. To celebrate our friendship, we generously offer you the land you now occupy as a gift. Will you accept our treaty and live with us in peace as brothers? Yes, I will. The Arawak welcome peace with our brothers the Dutch. Let us smoke a peace pipe to celebrate a perpetual friendship. We hope you'll soon visit the Arawak villages to share knowledge with us, and that you'll send your wagon trains to trade with us. Now, there's really a few ways to interact, have whatever relations with the Native Americans. The first one is, of course, the one I always like to go through is peaceable. Trading and supporting each other. You can get a lot done with that. So, what do I mean by that? As the Arawak tribe representative just said, we can trade with them. We can bring supplies directly to the village and say, hey, we have these goods. Would you like them? Could we trade? And you can either trade for straight up cash, or you can barter. So you can say, hey, I have 100 furs. Do you have some sugar? And you can just say, okay, here's 100 sugar for your 100 furs. Done. There you go. So the thing is, you can get a really solid foothold, economically by being a part of the community and, just trying to, interacting with them in a peaceable manner. The other way is more violent, which isn't any better. The thing is, you attack, you take, sometimes you'll have money come out of it as treasure, but in all reality, it's just far better to live peaceably. Now, the problem is, I really want this setup. So we're going to create a new colony, New Amsterdam, building a colony. Now, the problem is, you might have noticed here... Oh, so let me go through this. You didn't notice anything. Let me go through this. Here are all of the facilities and all the jobs our people can do. Some of them are just pieces of wood because we haven't built anything. But to start the game off, we have a carpenter shop. I'm just going to click through them so you see. A fur trader's house. Oh. A town hall. A tobacconist's house. A weaver's house. A blacksmith house. And a rum distiller house. House is the phrase for the very lowest of level of tech. Let's explain real quick here. First and most importantly is the town hall. In this game, an individual working at a town hall attempts to spur up ideas of independence. Independence is basically the idea of how receptive people are for leaving the country. When colonization has started, we already have 2 people that want to leave. But as the game progresses, hopefully more and more people will like the idea of us asking for independence. Now, the more this guy works here, he produces Liberty Bells. The more Liberty Bells he produces, again, more apt people are for independence. When the feeling of independence hits 50% and 100%, we get a big production bonus because people are more spurred on being self-sufficient, and that's the idea. Right here is the indication of how independent we feel we are. Right now, we don't feel independent. We feel 100%, or one person, because I only have one in the colony. One person is bound to the crown. So there's truly nothing we feel very independent-y about. To get started, I'm going to hit N on my keyboard, which is the number, which is awesome. Let's see here. How do I... Okay. I think I'm going a little too fast, but let's keep it going anyway. On the right side, this is the territory that the town can actually use for products. If we're harvesting food or anything, it comes from here. Double-clicking on the soldier, he has a bunch of options, but this shows the most he can do for doing what. So on this tile, I can get 1 ore, but there's another tile that will provide 4 ore, which is the hills. Looks like they always look like teeth to me. The ore? Ugh. Anyway, these are all the jobs that we can do. Oh, hold on. Excuse me, had to sneeze. Yeah. So that's low-level stuff of what this is. I'm gonna get you started on lumber right away. That's good. Let's see here. Back here in the lower left, this is how much we're producing and how much we're consuming. We're producing 3 food. Every person eats 2 food. And we're producing 1 cross. Crosses are used to represent religious freedom. So people from the old world, depending on how many crosses we make, will start emigrating over to here. Yeah. Emigrating from there, immigrating to here. If we have any ships in port... let's see. Oh, this is the house icon that shows what we're producing. We're producing 2 furs organically, 3 food organically just from there, and 4 lumber. Any military presence and anything we're building. We're not building anything right now, so that's it. At the very bottom here, we have all of our supply and all of our products. These are all the products in the game, and that's all there is to it. Food, obviously edibles. Food represents fish or corn. Sugar, tobacco, cotton, furs, lumber for building, ore for tools, silver for trading, horses for making horsed mounted troops, and then the finished products are rum, cigars, cloth, coats. Trade goods are kind of a grab bag. You can't make trade goods, you can only buy them. They just represent tchotchkes, knickknacks, maybe necklaces, a mirror, like just weird tradable goods. They don't really represent anything in specific. Tools and muskets. Okay, so that's New Amsterdam. Can I change the music? This is like the one song that's not upbeat. Oh, I don't have to, it just changed. So, what we have here is our form of research in the game. By making Liberty Bells, we're also committing research, quote unquote. I'm going to throw the word research around because that's the closest thing this will represent. The way in which this game works is we can hire or we can recruit founding fathers to be a part of our council. They provide certain benefits for us. So I'm going to right click on Peter Stuyvesant. He's my favorite. This gives you a little bit of blurb about what he did and what he's all about. The stuff in yellow at the bottom is what he provides. So Peter Stuyvesant allows the construction of the custom house in your colonies, which can streamline trade with Europe and allows European trade during the revolution. I haven't even talked about the revolution yet, but that is the plan. If it wasn't clear about that, this is a colony. We want independence from Europe. And if you're familiar with the American independence, maybe not, but some fighting gonna be happening is, I guess, the easiest way for me to say that. Clicking through here, Henry Hudson increases the output of fur trappers by 100%, which is pretty awesome. Hernan Cortez, which is more of a conquesty founding father, quote unquote. When Cortez joins your conquest, conquered native settlements always yield treasure in greater abundance, and the king's galleons transport the treasure free of charge. We have Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson's presence in the Congress increases Liberty Bell production of statesmen by 50%, which is pretty impressive. And John de Breuve, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. All missionaries function as experts. You can also start incorporating missionaries into the Native American tribes, and you can start teaching them your religion, which you may get converts and such later. That's a bit more to do later on. If you haven't noticed also, the advisors are broken down by types. So we have a trade advisor, exploration, military, political, religious. Once you get Peter Stuyvesant, who I'm going to start with first, I love custom houses, that's it. You don't have to read anything. When we meet his Liberty Bell production, we'll just have him, he'll be a part of our council, and that's it. So select Peter Stuyvesant, and that's over. Now, there's a few menus I want to get into here. Continental Congress F3. This is an important menu. This shows how soon until Peter Stuyvesant will join us. This shows how much Tory and rebel settlement is within the colonies. This is the Dutch expeditionary force. These are all the troops that would be thrown at us if we declared independence this term. It's a lot of stuff. And then Founding Fathers. And then this is our Continental Congress, to which we have no one yet. Fair enough. For other things to check, Religious Advisor really just tells us how many crosses we needed for someone to want to leave Europe and seek religious independence. Some of this stuff is good to know. We don't really need too much of it. Foreign Advisor. Yeah. This just tells us a bit of a breakdown of the European nations. Some of this stuff is going to be a lot more detailed, make much more sense as we progress. Right now, it doesn't do much for us. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go back home. So go back to Amsterdam, the Netherlands. Now, since I haven't declared independence, nothing else has happened, I really have all the rights and everything to go back and get supplies. Oh, cool. Religious unrest in the Netherlands causes increased emigration. Colonists, or indentured servants, are now available in Amsterdam. Indentured servants represent the working class that is untrained, which means they'll do a lot of things poorly in the manufacture sector. In the regular outdoorsy sector, they'll do fine. By buying stuff, I just dragged and threw down the item into my little cargo hold. It spent all my money, but that's okay. Everything here has a purchase and a sell price. The sell price is on the left. The purchase price is on the right. So, by buying 100 trade goods, the asking price is 3. It cost me 300 monies. I'm now broke. I'm just going to take this, and we're going to head back. Now, each turn, I believe, is a season. Or it's... Okay, in this case, I'm guessing it's 1 year. The Arawak tribe is pleased to see the new progress of our neighbors at New Amsterdam. We have come to offer you 7 ore in recognition of this everlasting peace between our peoples. Very cool. Okay, so in this first bit of the year, we're in the year 1500. What'll happen is every year is a turn. Now, as the game progresses, the game will actually say, because of blah blah blah, what'll happen is each year will be each turn will be broken down into years. Or sorry, seasons. I'm trying to get 8 or 9 things I want to talked about in the first episode, so that's why I'm running around. So anyway, let's not worry about that. I am trying to enter the Native American village with supplies. So your expedition has reached the village of Arawaks. The inhabitants are busy in the surrounding fields. As they wave to you happily, you notice a collection of scalps hanging threateningly from a nearby tree. Let's trade with the village. We see that you have brought some excellent trade goods to trade with us. We offer you 177 in exchange. Now, the problem is I paid 300, so I was hoping... It always is a grab bag with what they'll offer. So we can say, hey, we'll gratefully accept the 177. A fair price would be 321. Let this be a gift to you. That is great if you're in a more shaky times. I can say a fair price would be whatever, and they'll raise their price slightly, or they'll say, you know what, forget it. I will gratefully accept 196. This didn't work out as well as I hoped. We're in need of tools, rum, and even coats would be of some value. Now, after we've sold our things, they will come back and say, hey, would you like to buy some stuff from us? I'll say, yes, how about furs? 25 furs for 101 doesn't make a lot of sense to me because the price isn't going to pan out when I take it to Europe. So never mind. Okay, that did not work nearly as well as I'd hoped, which is bad. I'm going to make landfall with my indentured servant right there. That'll save him a turn to move. I want him to also directly interact with the village. So, an untrained individual can have the option to live among the natives as long as they're not criminals. And they're untrained. Live among the natives. You are unskilled, young one, and your ways are strange. If you wish, however, we Arawaks will show you how to become a master ore miner. And then I shall become a master ore miner. Congratulations, young one. You have learned the ways of the Arawaks and become a master ore miner. We hope you'll share this knowledge wisely. We are always welcome to stay in our village. You are always welcome to stay in our village. Now, in one turn, I turned someone who's untrained to a very trained skill. An ore miner is pretty potent stuff, which is very good. Oh, I didn't talk about building. We'll talk about that in a second here. See how cheery the music is? It's just crazy good. Okay, so what I did is, I built a road here, and what that does is actually increases my ore production. So I'm producing from 4 to 5. Tiles can be dealt with one of 2 ways. 3 ways, I guess. You could leave it alone. You can build a road on it, and building a road will increase some of the production in terms of goods. So hunting is more efficient, ore, lumber, those things are better. You can also plow the ground, and what you'll get is better farming goods. So, cotton, tobacco, food, and sugar. Now, those are generalities. It really also depends on the tile, so we need to be careful. What I did with my pioneers, I told them to plow under the city, which will give us more food. We won't be able to get furs anymore, but we'll get more food and stuff. Go back to lumber, please. And I'm just going to load up. I hit the letter L, which loaded whatever I had. Or I could just come here and drag around as before. No big deal. Go back. Come here. Ah, 11 furs. Very good. Oh, excellent! Religious unrest in the Netherlands causes increased immigration. Expert farmers are now available in Amsterdam. That's brilliant. Pioneers clear forest near New Amsterdam. 20 lumber added to the stockpile. Is that prime tobacco? Oh, yeah! Oh, good, good, good. Okay. So, we have more food now, and we're making prime tobacco. I mean, that's the tile. Prime tobacco. That's great. Okay, so remember the soldier can only do 5 ore a turn? This guy's doing 10 ore per turn. I can't do... Okay. So, I'm clicking on the change here because I don't want to make docks. Each of these items require one of two things. Hammers or hammers and tools. This is just how you build stuff. Wood gets turned into hammers, hammers goes to the building. That's how it works. I'm just gonna wait right now. I'm in no rush. Yeah, let's wait. As you see over here, we have 3% of our population believe in the idea of independence, which there's no such thing as 3% of 2 people. So realistically, it rounds up in the favor of the state, of the crown. So right now, there's nothing we can do about that. Nothing's happening there. Okay, prime tobacco. That's awesome. You can, in general terms, plow the same land twice. So now I'm going to make it the next level of plowed farmland. Also, by and large, everything requires 20 tools to do. Build a road requires 20 tools. Oh, Master Carpenter, yes. Excellent stuff. Steady she goes. So plowing land is requiring 20 tools. This road required 20 tools. So this stuff's not free. And 9 more furs. Awesome. You guys are great. Once I can get some cash, I'll do the trade goods thing again with the capital. Oh, I didn't mention. This icon right here means this is the capital. So we're very close. Okay, very good. And because I just hit population of 3, that's the minimum to get some other stuff going on here, which I want a lumber mill. A lumber mill will double the production? Gosh, it's been a while since I played. It should double the production of hammers. Now again, since this guy's a carpenter, he does hammers very, very well. Twice as well as, or twice as good? Twice better? Whatever. He does a better job. Nope. The controls are a little finicky, I'm noticing, but that's okay. This game's an absolute classic, and I'm so delighted to play it. Farmer. Now, as you see here, as I'm bringing more people, the idea of independence goes less, because they haven't been taught or instructed the ways that we want independence. Like, we're just out of Europe, that's fine. But we have still 4 people that support the crown. That's going to be a while until that becomes anything of real thought. What is next? Realistically, wait my turn. Okay, so you see this exclamation point here? Because New Amsterdam is starting to grow, the Native Americans, indigenous people here, are starting to become a little weary of what's going on. Understandably so. Yeah, go to Amsterdam. We'll play a few more turns. Is that fully plowed? Awesome, let's check it out now. So it produces 5 food and 6 tobacco, which is excellent. We can see and try to figure out what land is good for what by hitting H. H shows us hidden terrain. So let's walk through this a little bit here. This stuff is great for tobacco. This stuff is great for cotton, food right here. This I think is good for cotton as well, perhaps sugar. This is sugar, marsh, and hills. And then water. So, that's what that's all about. When we talk to our city, these icons here represent Native American land. If we click on it and try to use it, we have a few options. Very well, we shall respect your wishes. We offer you money in exchange for this land, or you are mistaken, this is our land now. If anything, I would like to purchase the land from them instead of be this all military and whatever. So for right now, again, hitting H for hidden, it doesn't matter which of these 3 tiles I plow next, but I would like to get more of it going on. I am hoping that I can respectfully pay for, that land that has the prime timber on it. So what'll happen is, because we start trading with goods in Amsterdam, which is our Europe, Europe is just the easy way to say that. So if ever you were playing this with someone, I guess, actually, this doesn't have a multiplayer feature, but that would be awesome. The newer version of Colonization does, though. Anyway, Europe is just the way to say, what's your native homeland? Instead of me saying Amsterdam, Europe is fine, too. For those of you that don't know how to geography. Or maybe do. But anyway, I'll say Europe more often than I'll say Amsterdam. Yep, price fluctuations as normal. Skip a few turns here. Hardy Pioneers, excellent. Hardy Pioneers are better pioneers. They also come with 100 tools themselves. Okay, sell some stuff. Good, yeah. Ore itself is a good price. I'm actually gonna get some tools and some trade goods. Come on, dude. Very good. 9 more furs. Excellent. Okay, I'm gonna call this a break right here. Yeah, price fluctuations, that'll happen. Holy crap, muskets have fallen to 1? That's a good deal. Yeah, that makes it a lot cheaper if I want to start raising an army, which I'm in no position to do so yet. Anyway, thank you all for joining me. This is Classic Colonization. Another absolute, I don't know, gem in the turn-based strategy realm. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Not too bad. My name's John Megacycle, and I hope to catch you next time.